I'm Faye Thompson from the Arkansas Delta. Today I'm going to do two recipes. First of all, we're going to do Wasetti. We'll start out, I preheated my oven at 350 degrees and we'll go over to the stove. If you know anything about this recipe and where it came from, I'd like for you to comment too. We're going to preheat our oven at 350. We're going to put a little olive oil in the bottom of this pan. We've got a pound of hamburger meat, and we have a half a pound of sausage. Now I'm using a mild sausage. You can use any kind of sausage you want. You can use hot sausage if you want to, but today I'm going to use mild, and I do use hot sometimes. Okay, all we're going to do to this is just brown it. This thing works real good to loosen up your meat and not have it in lumps. We'll just brown this. This is just a basic noodle recipe. We'll come back to this in a few minutes. My water is boiling, and we're going to put a little salt, and we're cooking our noodles. And this recipe calls for 10 ounces, and this package is 12, so I'm just going to guess at it and put about 2 ounces here. Now this needs to cook about 10 minutes. I like to use these deep-side cast iron pots, even when you're cooking bacon or anything, they're great because you didn't flatter your stove so much. And I hate to get my stove flattered up. If you'll notice, I have aluminum foil covering the burners. I don't use all of these burners all the time, and it saves me a lot of cleanup time on this stove. I need to spray the casserole pan I'm going to cook this in. This is really a simple recipe. There's not anything to it, really. We will drain the fat off of this when you get it browned. And we'll stir these noodles. This is about ready to drain the fat off of it. Okay, we're going to put tomato soup. It's just Campbell tomato soup. This is Campbell's cream of mushroom soup. We use a can of that. We just put a little salt and pepper to taste, whatever you like in it. I just guess at it. Noodles are just about done. Our noodles are ready now. I'm going to take them over to the sink and drain them in a colander. Now we have our noodles ready they're drained, and we're ready to put them in the meat mixture. Okay, we're just about through with this recipe. It's a real simple recipe, but it's very good. We're going to put it in a casserole, and I've got my oven preheated to 350, and we're going to cook it for about 30 minutes covered. I'm going to cover it. Now we're going to put cheese on the top of this before we put it in the oven. You can use any kind of cheese you want to. I guess this is just American cheese. Okay, we're going to cover this in foil. Okay, we're ready for the oven now. Okay, we're going to do a strawberry gelatin, and it's real easy to do, but it's very good. We're going to start off with 2 cups of water, and we're going to put it on to boil. And when that gets hot, we'll put our 6-ounce package of strawberry jello. Sip it up there on the spill till we get ready for it. This recipe has pineapple in it, and we need to drain our pineapple. This is 1 small can. I like to get that drained pretty good. We're going to use the juice off of this pineapple when we dissolve the strawberry in the hot water. I try to use the pineapple juice and finish it off with water because that gives you a chance to use your pineapple juice. It makes it a little richer too, I think, so I like that. We just put our 6 ounces of Jello in 2 cups of hot water, and we're gonna let that dissolve. We're gonna use what pineapple juice we have, and then finish it off with water. So we got to have a cup. We are ready to do this now. We're going to pour this in this bowl so we can mix our other things with it. Okay, now I put in my pineapple. I need about a cup of cottage cheese in there. We want to stir that up real good to be sure it's not in lumps. 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, and I use the Duke's mayonnaise. I love that. I really do like it. We're supposed to have 2 tablespoons. I'm gonna put a little extra in there. I like mine with a little extra. Now the only thing we have to worry about is getting this mayonnaise mixed up in here good. And sometimes you just have to take it and mash it to the sides to get it all the way worked out. But that's pretty much all there is to it. And we put it in the refrigerator till it gets cold. Okay, we're ready for this, and I guess we're ready to dump this over in here. I hope my plate's large enough. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator to gel, and it takes several hours for it to gel. I'd say 2 to 3 hours. This is a camellia that's just like a bud on a rose. It's not developed yet, but I have brought you one that's been developed. How pretty they are. I have a pink camellia in the yard, and have a couple of more, but the petals are different on them, and I think this is the prettiest one. And they bloom real early in the year, and you're always glad to see them when they're out there. I do have another tree in my yard that blooms real early like this, not quite this early, but most people call it a tulip tree. It's really a magnolia tree. It's a Soulangeana magnolia, and it's really pretty. But that's the 2 early plants I have growing in the yard. But anyway, I didn't have any strawberries, so I thought this would be pretty. Now we've taken our Wasetti out of the oven, and we have our gelatin dessert here. So I guess we will taste that, see how it tastes. I know how it tastes. I've eaten this for years. Wish you could eat it. I hope you try this Jello recipe. It really is good. So to be so simple, you'd think something that simple wouldn't be that good, but it is. Very good, very good. So let me taste of the Wasetti. Just right. That's what I was planning to make. Okay, I hope you try these 2 recipes. I know my family likes them a lot, and I hope to see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.